Hey, what's up everyone? It's Ryan here, and today's video is all about how to create schema markup for your website. And I think that's one of a question which has been asked by Jaswinder in the Facebook SEO Launchpad group. So here we go. So what we need to do is that's one of a site which I particularly use is technicalseo.com/tools/schema markup generator. So what you need to do up here is just go up here, pick the type of schema you want to go for. They're updating this tool really quickly at the moment. So let's say I'm a local business and I want to go for local business schema. So that's the one which you need to use. If you have to create for FAQ page, and that's FAQ one, you can go, you can create, you can add more FAQs. So it's super simple. You just need to copy this script and put it in the header file for your on your website. In case you are not really sure about where to add that on a header file, there is a plugin called header and footer snippet, and that's a plugin. So just install that one. In the header section, go and paste this code. All right, let's do it really quickly. So let's say I'm local business, so I'll go with the local business option, and then with local business type, and that's the one where I have to go and pick it up my particular type. If you're not really sure about it, what you can do is for all this kind of different information, even what the street and URL that thing is for your clients, you can always go to google.com/maps. Go up here, search for your client. So let's say I'm going to do for Traffic Valley. So that's one of our website based in Australia. So Traffic Valley, and then let's see what they come up with. Okay, now that's a different one. Traffic Valley SEO Services Agency. So that's the one. Let's say it is. Then what I'll do is, I know it's a marketing agency is a category what has been chosen, or else you can always google.com, and that's all the related information is. So you have to make sure your name, address, phone number that always match in your schema on all your citations, and even in your website footer and those places as well, and they should match with your GMB, because that's one of a way that we are telling Google that yes, we are a real business and we live it at this area, at this address. So you have to make sure that this is all good. Then what you need to do is you just need to copy paste that particular information, have to start filling it out. The moment you're gonna start filling it out, so let's say for this one local business, I'm picking in automotive business example. Then I need to go and write it down like XYZ. XYZ Limited, and then for image URL, that's where you can paste your logo URL. So copy paste, right click, and then logo URL up here. IDs and everything, you probably can give it a pass, probably don't know, need that URL, that's where your website URL has to go. Phone number, pricing range, you already know all this stuff, it's pretty generic. And longitude and latitude, most of the time you already know longitude latitude, it's longlat.com, that's where you can go. Otherwise you can, I think you can click on this one. Otherwise it's let long, that's one of our site, letlong.net, that's where you can go and you can pick it up your longitude and latitude. That's the way you're telling Google that yes, I live at this latitude, so try to rank me for this particular places now. And then once everything is done, if you want to add anything else, then do it. Apart from that, your schema code is all ready. Just click this button, take it and put it in your header file. Now that's one way of adding the schema. You can always go and use Schema Pro. That's one of plugin. They have got so many additional qualities because it's a paid plugin. They're putting in a lot of effort to keep going with this. It's very good plugin. And you can see there's a variety of schemas sitting up here. There's a lot more. So yes, that's another option. And the third option we are going to cover, I haven't seen much people talking about this one, is structured data markup helper. So just Google this term, you'll get this one. So what you need to do up here, let's say if it's a local business, I'm going to pick it up local business. Let's say if this is agency web black.ca. Let's say if this is an example, I'll pick it up this one, start tagging, because we are going to tag the stuff really quickly up here. In the meantime, when it's all right, let's pick it up really quickly. So what this thing gonna do is it will, all right, that's, they have already loaded a page. What you need to do is you need to start filling out this particular information that way. So how am I going to do it? Go to the logo, right click the logo and select on um, probably on image. So your image thing gonna pop up here. That's a way, that's the exact way we are trying to tell Google that yes, this is what we are, name. And then the name gonna pop up here. And that's the same thing what you need to do is with all rest of them. If there is any description you see, put on the description. If in the footer you're gonna see there is any kind of like address, so go and mark that particular address. Once you do all this, click on the create HTML button and it will create a HTML code, and then you can go and add that particular file or a code in your website. It's really helpful when you have got a HTML site, and that's where you can use it. For a normal WordPress site, that's I'll probably go with Schema Pro plugin, or else manually create that and put it in the header file. Before I really wrap it off, there is one thing what you need to do is once you take that code, throw that in data structure tool, or else once you add the code to the header section, pick that URL, throw that in fetch URL, and then run it and see if there is any kind of issues or something you come across, and then you need to go and manually resolve those particular issues. But apart from that, I've tested this tool numerous times. It works like a charm. It's really very good one. But that's it, guys. That's all for today. That there is one more thing I like to mention before I go. Like, let's say you are working on multi-city sites and you've got like a different GMBs. So you got a GMB for Adelaide, you got a GMB for Melbourne, one for Brisbane and Sydney. So try to add that particular schema in on the respective page. So if it's a Sydney one, so try to add the Sydney schema in that Sydney page only. Don't put it in the header file so that it go across the whole site. You need to go and do it in the individual pages. Now there is a plugin which allow you to add to the header of that particular page only. It's, I need to go and remember, it's Sogo header. Let's header Sogo add script header and footer. So that's the one. Sogo add script to individual pages, header and footer. That's a good one. So what you're gonna do, you need to go and install this plugin. That way, let's say you want to add a Sydney-based schema to your Sydney page only, because you're trying to tell Google you don't want to confuse Google with like a header schema for Melbourne sitting in all the pages. Definitely. So for this particular one, you need to open up your Sydney page in a WordPress website. Scroll to the bottom, and this is where you will see a header section. Just go and copy paste that schema up there, and it will go in that particular page only. So it's gonna be super helpful that way, guys. All right. So, and if you got any particular questions, so do let me know in comments, and yeah, I'll be happy to help. Bye bye. You take care of yourself. Bye.